having lots of fun reading about rainbows this week, I thought we would do a rainbow art project. So for this, and this is what it's gonna look like. So it's gonna have like a rainbow type fan with some clouds and a blue sky. For this project, you're gonna need 2 blank pieces of paper, some glue, some tape, color or watercolored paints would be the best thing to use if you have them. If not, crayons would also work. But I'm gonna show you using paints. So once you've got, and also 2 cotton balls for the clouds. If you don't have cotton balls, that's okay. You'll be able to either cut out pieces of paper or color in clouds with your crayons. So once you've got all your materials, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I'm gonna just have one of my pieces of paper out right now, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna start by making folds. This is for the fan, so I'm gonna take the bottom edge and I'm gonna fold it up just like this, and I'm gonna make a crease all the way across. And that is about 2 finger widths for you probably. And then I'm gonna take my paper and I'm gonna fold it over, and I'm gonna fold it the same amount the other direction. And I'm going to keep doing that until I've got the whole paper folded. And this is what's gonna help us make our fan. So we're gonna keep going back and forth with our paper until we have the whole thing folded. Back and forth. Looks like I've got about 1 more fold left to do. Fold it over. My paper's kind of thick, so it's a little harder. All right. So now we've got our folds. Now that we've got these folds, let's open it all back up. This is just gonna help us make it easier to fold after we have it colored. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to fold my paper in half the other way. So I'm gonna take it. So I've got my shorter edges facing this way, and I'm gonna fold it right in half. And then and this is just gonna help me know where the middle of my paper is. So I fold it in half, and then I open it back up. All right, so now my paper just looks like a normal sheet of paper with a bunch of creases in it. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna make our rainbow. And what are the colors of the rainbow? That's right, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. All right, so I'm gonna get my paintbrush wet, and first color I'm gonna use is red. So if you're using crayons, just do the same thing except for with your crayon. So I've got my red, and I'm gonna make a stripe along the side of my paper. And you notice I'm doing it on the short edge of my paper. And this stripe is gonna be probably about 2 finger widths for you. All right. So I've got my red stripe on the side of my paper. Now I'm going to, on this side of my paper, do a stripe, and I'm gonna try to make it the same width. And you'll see when we're done how this is gonna create a rainbow. So I'm just going all the way down. And again, if you're using crayons, that works just fine too. Alright, so now I've got a red stripe here and a red stripe here. Alright, so what's our next color after red in our rainbow? We have red and then orange. That's right. So I'm going to take my paintbrush and I'm going to dip it in orange. And then right next to my red stripe, you guessed it, I'm going to make an orange stripe. Red stripe, and then I've got my orange stripe. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side of my paper. I'm going to make my orange stripe. All the way down the paper. Start at the top, all the way down. Alright, so far we have red, orange. What color do we need next? Oh, I heard you. We need yellow. Great job. So I'm going to dip my paintbrush in my yellow. Again, if you're using crayons, that's just fine. And I'm going to make my yellow stripe.
trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere.
I'm gonna make my yellow stripe on this other side.
Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you dare to, oh why.
So we have red, orange, yellow. What color should I do next? Green? I think so too. Okay, so take your paintbrush or your crayons, get a green, and just like the other stripes we've been doing, we're gonna make a stripe. This time we're gonna do it with green.
Trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where
We're gonna go all the way to the top. Our green paint. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna put a green stripe right here. See, I'm trying to, as close as I can anyway, make my stripes the same thickness, so the same width. So for you, it's about 2 finger widths. I've got my green. What color should I do next? Blue? Alright, let's do blue. So dip my paintbrush in my blue, using kind of a darker blue. Stripe, dark blue on the other side as well. Starting from the top, going all the way down. Okay, so we've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Alright, what color is next? Purple. Some of you have probably heard the song where it says red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet too. But we're just gonna do purple just to make it a little bit easier since we might not all have those colors. So I'm gonna take purple all the way up.
Dreams that you dream of once in a love.
Purple. I'm gonna do purple on the other side as well. You might notice that there is a white space in the middle of my 2 purple lines. I'll tell you what that's for here in just a minute. Go ahead and finish your purple line. Alright, so the reason that that is blank is because that is going to be part of the sky. So we've got blue here, but we want to use a lighter blue here. So if you don't have a light blue paint, or you're using crayons and you want to use a really light, a sky blue color. So I'm going to dip mine in my really light blue, and I'm going to paint that light blue. And you'll see why. That's going to be part of the sky when we pull up our fan.
That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds
Okay.
fly.
So now we have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and then we have our sky. If you're using paints, you probably want to wait for it to dry a little bit, otherwise it's a little bit harder to fold back up. I'm going to go ahead and keep going with mine. If you've used crayons, then obviously you can just keep going. So I'm going to take it, and you know those folds that we did earlier? Well, guess what? We are going to fold our paper on those same lines that we already folded. Take it, and we're going to fold it.
You find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high.
And now, got it folded just like this. I'm going to go ahead and fold it right in the middle. So it should look just like this. When I do that, I'm going to take some tape, and I'm going to tape it right here on the back side. way my fan rainbow stays together. Alright, so that's the first part of it is done. So we're gonna go ahead and set that aside for just a minute, and let's get out our blank piece of paper. Alright, so for my blank piece of paper, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna paint it all sky blue, because that's gonna be the background for our rainbow. So if you were using crayons, then go ahead and color it sky blue. And if you don't have cotton balls for your clouds, then you'll want to maybe color some clouds with your crayon would be fine, but you don't have to. All right, so light blue, and I'm just gonna take my light blue and go all the way across the paper. Make it look just like the sky.
Like lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly.
Okay, now that my background is all nice and blue, I'm going to take my rainbow and I'm going to put my rainbow on my paper. You can put it like this if you want it like this. I'm gonna put mine just like this on my paper. Now we gotta make it stick to our paper, so I would take my glue, put it up, and I'm gonna put it where my rainbow is, just like this. Some glue back there. I'm gonna stick my rainbow on. And then, just to help it stick a little bit more, I'm gonna grab some tape. And I'm gonna bend this just like this. Put a little tape here. Get another piece of tape. And tape it down just like this. Alright, so now my rainbow is good and stuck to my paper. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my cotton balls, and these are going to become nice fluffy clouds. So I'm going to just really gently pull these apart. You might have done something like this in your class at school where you used cotton balls for a project. Just keep pulling them apart so they look like a nice fluffy cloud. Okay. So I've got my first cloud how I want it. I take my cloud, put some glue on the back of it. Then I'm gonna stick my glue to my rainbow right here. So I've got my nice fluffy cloud at the end of my rainbow. I'm gonna take my other cotton ball, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just gonna open it up, stretch it out a little bit so it looks like a fluffy cloud. Looks good. Take my glue, put it on the back, and I'm gonna glue it on right here at the end. Alright, that's it, kindergartners. Now we've got a rainbow with the sky in the background and some nice fluffy clouds. Thank you so much for joining me for our art project today. Hope you have a great day. Bye.
Bluebirds fly.